back to the PIT Reaction channel. Today we're going to be getting into a video that's been going viral. I'm probably going to be doing this a little bit later than what it should be, but I'm going to try to give you guys a different perspective of what's going on. This is going to be the video about the baby mother who's out here trying to shame her baby daddy who only brought one thing of McDonald's. I'm going to try to give you guys a little bit of a different perspective, a different feel, a different vibe, a different area that you have not seen in other videos. Let's go. First, we're going to react to someone else, the Breakfast Club, who was talking about them. Going to react to the original video in itself. Let's go.
We're talking about something that I seen on social media. It was all over Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, about a lady that her baby daddy came to bring their child some food. The problem is she has 3 other kids, and he only brought food for his kid.
Hey, my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he...
Just to get it out of the way, I agree with the baby daddy. I mean, why do I have to bring food for all the kids if I'm only here for 1 kid? It's going to depend on the situation at hand, which none of us know besides those 2. Some people think it's a skit. Some people are saying, are they playing? Is this, are they doing it for views? Or are they doing it for clout? There's a lot of different questions surrounding this video, which I'm gonna try to put my little spin on and tell you what I think.
He only want to come and bring 1 thing to McDonald's, but what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing 1 child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got 1 thing in there.
Now, why is she in the window waiting? Did he text her and tell her, I'm on the way with the food, be outside? Why is she getting so mad right now? Did she not say this beforehand? Ladies, you have to tell, men cannot read your mind, we can't read, sometimes we can't read body language, sometimes we can't. You have to be open, you have to talk, you have to use your words. If you don't say anything, this is not his first time bringing food. And he comes this time, she seems to be irate, she seems to be upset. Now, there's another thing we don't know. Did she actually tell him that she wanted him to bring food up for kids? Did she actually explain that to him? There's a lot of things we don't know. There's a lot of things we are kind of assuming, which I'm going to be doing as well, which is a lot of stuff going on. And I'm going to try to break it down as best I can to what I think and what I see in 2 videos that we're about to go over.
I bet you he don't even... I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. Because that don't look enough for all my kids.
That don't look enough for all of my kids. I don't know if she was that mad but she couldn't talk right. She was like, where the rest of the food at? Did she tell me to bring more food? Did she say I'm on the way with my child's food?
That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just 1 burger? 1 burger, 1 fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Now she's already getting high-tempered, high voice, high pitch. You can hear it in her voice. She's already jumping from, hey, how you doing? What are you doing? The other kids? She's already going a little bit too high.
Hey,
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you not
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you
My other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
Is he wrong for that? I say no.
I don't think the man is wrong. Especially if you never came out and said it to him before. If you don't say anything, men listen, but you have to say something. If you don't say nothing, I don't know. I'll tell you guys up front right now, my mother, I'm a child of a mother who had 4 kids. She had 3 different baby daddies. Today she might be called a fat, but that's in the air. So I was raised by a single mother. My wife was a single mother. And before we got married, I didn't intend on dating a single mother, but she didn't have 3 other kids. She only had 1 kid. That's the difference in my situation. My wife she only had 1 kid. She didn't have 3 other kids when I met her. We probably would not have been dating if that was the case. Because that's a lot of people to feed. That's a lot of people to be responsible for. And the responsibility falls on her head, because before he got there, who was taking care of those kids? It didn't just come apart that before he was there, before they had a child. They had to be getting taken care of beforehand, before he got in the situation that he's in. So what happened before then? She said she got food stamps. What are you doing with the food stamps? As I said, my mother was a single mother. I remember days when we ate egg and rice. I remember we ate rice and butter with salt and pepper on the top. I don't know if y'all ever ate that before. I remember eating potatoes and sausage. Those were meals that I had as a child because my mother did the best she could to take care of us. I mean, that was the best she can do, and that's what we ate. It wasn't just we want you to come to bring McDonald's every day. We want to go out to eat. It's like a lot of these women, they have what I call the blue Jasmine syndrome. They want to live this Instagram lifestyle. If you can't live it, you have to live below your means, and it doesn't sound like she wants to do that. She's expecting him to bring food for not just one kid, but for all of the kids. This is the entitlement that people are talking about. How are you going to expect this man, who again we don't know if she's in a relationship? I got a lot of questions from this video. If they're still in a relationship, then I would understand where she's coming from. But if they're not in a relationship, if they broke up, it doesn't matter who broke them up. They're not in a relationship. He just said, "I'm coming to take care of my child." And why are you denying this man's opportunity to take care of his child? He said, I mean, if he's in a relationship, of course, he said later on that he wouldn't mind, but it's just too many mouths to feed. And it's looking like she didn't bring this up.
Okay, explain.
That's my child. I'm doing the right thing. I'm taking care of my child. And maybe I can only afford for my child. So I'm bringing the kid McDonald's. And if I do it every day, McDonald's is like $7.50 for a Happy Meal. So now I got to pay $7.50 times 4, over $30 for a Happy Meal.
And me myself, I have 5 kids. One is out of the house. I have 4 in there. So I do know that these Happy Meals and these, it don't look like he bought a Happy Meal. It look like he just bought a regular burger and a drink. I don't know if he bought like a cheeseburger, but it's going to be at least with the drink. That's $5 to $7 just for one person. We don't know where he works. Does he work at a warehouse? Does he work at McDonald's? Does he work in a restaurant? What is his occupation? We don't know that. So there's a lot of assumptions going on. And he may not want to. Even if he was a lawyer, he might say, "That's not my child because we're not dating. I'm not responsible for him." If we are dating, then yes, I would take care of that child. It would be no problem at all because we're a family. We're a unit. We're maybe trying to become a family. Maybe trying to become a unit. But if we're not together, we're not a family, then I'm going to take care of mine. And I'm moving on.
Now, what's going to happen when I want to put my son in a better school? I put him in Catholic
Man,
school.
shut up, man. If I can't afford to...
And the reason why that's relevant is imagine what's going to happen during the holidays. What is she going to act like when Easter comes around if he only brings one basket? You only brought a basket for one kid? What about his siblings? What's going to happen when Christmas time comes? Is he going to have to bring Christmas gifts for all of them because they're his siblings? There was a video I remember watching probably about a year ago, maybe a year or less ago, where there was a guy, it was showing all the fathers who wanted to take care of their kids, who wanted to be responsible for their kids, and the mothers was just so out of pocket that they wouldn't allow that. The man had to pull up on the day where nobody was there and drop off all the Christmas gifts on the back porch and leave because he wanted to see his child for Christmas, which he wouldn't allow him to do. So he had to come up and show up and drop all his Christmas presents off on the back porch and leave. Is this a situation that's going to be like that, or is it worse than that? This is absolutely insane. Like, why? The man said he only want to take care of his kids. He's not responsible for the other kids, so allow him to at least take care of his kids, and you won't allow him that. She won't even allow the man to do that.
If I can't afford to buy 4 kids McDonald's, I damn sure can't afford to put my kids in no better school.
All right, but
okay.
Even when it's time to buy them clothes, I'm going to buy my kids.
The difference is he may not be afford to put them through school, but he may be willing to. He may be saying, "You give me some time, and I'll get a better job, and I'll help you to do that. But I'm not going to do it for all the kids. I'll do it for my kids." So you have to talk. You have to work with the person. You can't just say yada 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 and don't ask any questions and just go straight from A to Z. Because I've done that before. I went from calm to damn near enraged in a second because of certain situations. So it's possible to be in that situation, but you have to bring it down level and you have to calm yourself down and start asking questions to see what can be done, and not just it's my way or the highway. Because you have 4 kids. It's not just you in that house that has to eat. You have 5 mouths that includes herself that has to eat, that has to survive. Now, if you're just gonna deny one person food because you feel in a certain type of way, then I think that's absolutely wrong.
I'm supposed to buy all the kids Jordans?
First of all, you ain't getting no Jordans. If I can't afford 4 Happy Meals or 4 value meals, I'm not affording no Jordans either.
I'm taking care of my kid.
I thought about this, right? Number one, if you can't afford to buy 4 kids McDonald's, then you should have McDonald's at the house. You should think of something else. Maybe buy a pizza for all of them. Me personally.
No, I think that's wrong as well. If a man saying I don't want to take care of those kids, he shouldn't be able to take care of. If those kids were his, then yes, that would be wrong. Now, could he buy a Little Caesars pizza for $5? It's probably not even $5 no more. He probably could have, but he said, "No, I'm just going to take care of my kids. What are you doing with your money? What exactly are you doing? How are you supporting yourself?"
Personally, I'm the type that like to see everybody eat. Like, everybody eats, B. So even though those not my kids, I would have bought all the kids food for another reason. I'm petty. The only person who shouldn't have got no food in that goddamn house was the baby mama.
Now, if he's saying for a whole other reason, he want to do it because he's petty. Every man is not going to be petty. They want to make sure their kid eats, and that's point blank.
Okay, I would have bought all them kids food, and I would have had all. You know why I would have bought them kids food? Because I want all them kids on my side talking about how much they love me. Oh, I love whatever his name is, Darius. Darius is so cool. Where's Uncle Darius, mommy? Just to piss her off. Yeah. The only person who gets nothing to eat in that house is the baby mama.
No, because she's going to be bumming off my friend's fries anyway, bumming off my kids' fries anyway. So if I want to take my kid to the fair, or my kid to Great Adventure, or my kid...
The thing is, she's not saying she's hungry. She's saying the kids are hungry. She's not saying, "Well, I'm not eating." She said, "Why are my kids not eating?" She's not saying I need to eat too. She didn't say bring food for the kids and me. She said the kids. She didn't bring up herself. So I'm sure she's probably eating already. She's probably eating whatever it is.
To the park, I gotta take all the four other little kids too.
I would. I mean, I'm telling you, I would just for petty reasons. I would just for petty reasons, because you can go in there and be like, "Yeah, you let all them bum ass dudes nut up in you." You know what I'm saying? Now you got these 3 kids, they can't even afford no McDonald's. I'd be in there flexing hard. All them kids would be on my side, loving me, loving when I come around. The only person who don't get nothing is the baby mama. Okay?
I don't know.
That's
about
it.
That.
Now, from the video, we can't tell the age of this young lady, so she's 4 kids. Man, I mean, at this point, she might as well just have the vasectomy. She doesn't need any more kids. She's complaining about 4, and we don't know anything about the other baby daddies. We don't know if they try to do similar things, and that's one of the reasons why they don't show up anymore, because of the way she acts, and she just thinks she's 100% right and doesn't want to listen. That may be the reason other baby daddies left. Like this they found out later on that this lady's absolutely crazy. Now, this is where the men have to kind of stop and say, we can't be doing these one night stands. We got to put a rubber, and we got to put a rubber band on the thing. We got a rubber band man that thing before we start having sex with these women. This is one of those reasons, one of those situations where you just got to be thinking. You can't just jump into a situation with women, especially if they have kids already. Even if they have one, you want to take your time and get to know the person to see if this is someone that you can even deal with.
That's the only one who wouldn't eat in this house.
Nah, B. Hello, who's this?
Good morning.
What's your name?
Hope everyone's doing well. Hello?
Yeah, what's your name, bro?
Hey, Mike from Miami. How you doing, Dominican MV?
I'm good. I'm good, Mike. So you in a similar situation, bro?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Yes, I am. But mine's is easier. This is what the problem is, MV. That if you buy food, McDonald's, it sucks for the other kids. Why? Because they're going to feel like left out. You know what I'm saying?
Where their daddies at?
That's not my problem. They're going to feel left out. If you know I've been bringing food for my child every other day, whatever the situation is, now you're complaining? You should have addressed this in the first couple of days when you already feeling some type of way. It kind of sounds like somebody put a battery in her back and told her, that nigga ain't shit. Or it sounded like one of her friends was in her ear, like, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga bringing food, he trying to make it look like he da. It sounds like somebody put a battery in her back and told her, you need to go say something. You need to go step up to the plate. You need to start acting like a bad beat. That's what it sounds like to me. Somebody put a battery in her back and say, you need to go ahead and tell this man something. You need to go ahead and put him in his place. Like some of these ladies like to do with their little friends. I don't know if that's what happened, but that's what it kind of sounds like to me. Because it sounds like she's been building up for a while. She just didn't say anything. And now she's coming out extra irate with this extra high voice, and it's not making sense.
But that's why you do it.
Forget about that. Forget about all that daddy stuff. You as the person, right? So the mother thing.
And the reason we can't forget about the daddy stuff is he's only the biological father of 1 of 4. So we can't just forget about the biological stuff. I know all these kids are humans. All of these kids have fathers. But we're acting like she doesn't play a part in it. She's playing a part in it right now where she's denying the child food. She's denying her child food that could be eaten. Crazy.
She feels that she's entitled in a way to support all my other kids. You know what I'm saying? But what I would do is I would take my child and take him to McDonald's instead of making the other kids.
She would not allow it. As you can see, the child is not at the door. The child is nowhere in the picture. We watch the rest of the video. I don't think they're gonna play it, but we watch the rest of the video. And the others, we're gonna see what she does. So she's already saying she already kind of addressed that. So I don't think they played the whole thing for the audience to get what happened. She's not going to allow it from what I saw in the other video.
Feel left out.
So now your kid comes home with the Happy Meal toy. Them kids
That's
ain't
right.
stupid.
I got McDonald's. I got McDonald's. You didn't get none. You didn't.
That's how kids are. Sometimes depends on the kid.
Do that to the kid.
No, you can't.
Might as well give it to him in face. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Courtney calling from 803.
803 to Metro.
Hey,
Columbia
Courtney.
SC. What's happening?
What you think, Courtney?
What's going on? He right now. That's his kid. He ain't got to bring them other kids' food. Them ain't his
There
kids.
you go.
Well, no, listen. He's not entitled to. I agree with both of y'all. You and him. He's not entitled to.
Right?
But you got.
I also been with you.
No, he don't got to.
Because, I mean, just as a person, he can at least bring him a $5 pizza now.
That's right.
$5.
But it's up to the person. It's up to the person in that situation. It's up to the man. If he wants to do it, then that's going to be on his conscience. It's going to be what he wants to do if he wants to feed all the kids. Now, if he was in a relationship long enough to get attached to the kids, maybe he would have. But it doesn't seem like he was. It doesn't sound like the relationship was long enough for him to even be attached to the other kids. Or maybe he just left with, and they broke off on bad terms, and he was like, I'm just going to take care of my kid, and that's it. Call the other baby dad to feed them. I mean, it's not that hard.
Pizza for all the kids, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to flex on her other baby daddies, and you got to flex on her.
My kid likes McDonald's. I'm worried about my kid.
Yeah, but you got to.
This is not a charity. This is not it's not help the children. This is not the children that's overseas with flies on their face trying to get some food with no clothes on.
You got to have cheerleaders in that house. You already got your child, but when you got 3 other dudes' child saying how great you are, you making that baby mama feel terrible. The only person
That's
who should get
irrelevant.
no food is the baby mama. Remember in Paid in Full when Cameron just started taking away all the Chinese food? You don't get.
So you mean to tell me I'm gonna go spend $30, $40 every time I go to McDonald's just to make her feel bad? This is about my country. This is not about hers. Why are we making this conversation around what's going on with her? This is kind of the problem that goes on, like in the court system, where it's always about the mother and not about the father and his particular rights. And this father, it looks like, it appears he's trying to do the right thing. And this is not some setup, because for what it looked like, she was waiting in the window for him to pull up, so he wasn't even expecting her to be recording. So it's not like he's faking it.
No shrimp fried rice. You don't get no egg rolls. That's what I would be doing to the baby mama.
This man
But
trolls.
the kids gonna eat, B.
Nah, man. I got my kid. What Lil Nas said when he was up here?
I don't want to talk about Lil Nas. He eat.
No, I know.
What? What you talking about? I don't know what this means. What is what you
Oh,
talking
my
about?
goodness.
Where's this going? What are you talking about?
Oh, my God. All right, forget it. 800
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
585-1051. In this situation, is the dad wrong? He got food for his kid, and his baby mom got 3 other kids. He ain't supposed to get the.
He's not entitled to, but you should. I mean, that's the type of person I am anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like,
If
I'm
you
just.
got it.
If I call and I be like, yo, you want something to eat, and there's other people there, I'm gonna be like, yo, ask such and such if they want something too.
If you ain't got it.
If you ain't got $28.50, then nobody should be eating McDonald's.
Charlamagne kind of sounds like the guy who would do that. That's absolutely fine, but don't. She's gonna start expecting that from that point on. Once you start and you set that precedent, she's gonna keep on it. Every time you come, you're not gonna be able to come without taking care of those kids. Every time you show up, when it comes to Christmas, when it comes to Easter, when it comes to any other holiday involving the kids or their birthdays, she's gonna be expecting you to show up on all these kids' birthdays with presents and gifts. Once you start that off, you're not gonna be able to shut it up. Because then she's gonna say you did it, da 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 da. So why you can't do it now? So once you open the floodgates and the water starts coming in, you just have to let it hit you in the face. You have to drown in it. That's why I'm pretty sure this man was like, I'm not doing that because I don't want to start this and then I gotta keep doing it. What if I want to have a kid with somebody else and I gotta take care of 4 kids plus the kids I have in another relationship? That's not gonna work.
800-585-1051.
How we get to $28.50? How we come to this?
I'm gonna let this play a little bit longer, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the original video because it was some things that I saw that I wanted to address.
No.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. I don't see anything wrong with it. He taking care of his kids.
That's because you beige and petty.
Responsibility.
That's because you beige and you petty. Okay.
Yes.
I
Where
personally.
your daddy at?
Hold on. Now how you gonna say this man is petty when he just said he was going to be petty and just buy food for the kids and not the baby mother. So what are you? Are you gonna call this man petty when you already said you were going to be petty?
I'm the type of person I want everybody to eat. I don't even have to know you, but I just think it's rude and disrespectful if you get one person something and don't get everybody else something. So even though those not my kids, I would have got all the kids food. Plus, I would have wanted to stunt on.
I think Charlemagne is. I don't know if he's still dating. I don't know if he's been out there in these streets with his dating market. I haven't been out there. I've been married for 20 years, to be honest with you. But the things I'm seeing here and the things that I've been hearing, I mean, men like him and men like we would probably get abused today by women today because we want to be nice. We want to make sure everybody. I would probably have done something like this as well, depending on how many kids you have. It would all depend on the situation. But men like us today, we those men that women say they want, but when they show up, they get abusing you. Like she wants this man to pay for all of the kids. Play a little bit longer and move on to the original video.
All her other baby daddies. I told you the only person who didn't deserve to eat in this situation was the baby mama.
If I could afford it, that's different. But if I can't, I gotta take care of my kid. Hello, who's this?
Even if I could afford it, it's my option.
Hey, Jasmine. Good morning.
Hi, so I saw the video yesterday, and if you noticed in the beginning of the video, she was waiting on him, and she said, you do this every day, but if he does it every day, she should be better prepared. Ask him, hey, if I give you a couple dollars, can you get something for my other kids?
That's exactly what I just said. Why not just have a conversation with the man and say, man, I don't, I've been feeling some type of way because you've been only bringing food for one kid. Do you mind bringing some for the other kids? That will help me out a lot. A simple conversation like that is all she needs to do. But that's why I say it sounds like somebody put a battery in her back and kind of got her on this extra high tip right now. I'm saying that, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga take care. You need to take care of all of the kids, not just one. That's crazy. Now let's go ahead on to the other video. Now this is the original video. Now even before we start the video, what do you say at the window right here? It probably says for lease information. Where is this lady at right now? That's another question. Where is she at right now? This don't look like a home right. This looks like an office building. This door doesn't look like an office where you open the door. This is one of those. I don't even know what you call it, but you can look at this door handle. This doesn't look like a residential area, right? This looks like she's in a residence right now. It looks like she's in an office building. Call blank information for lease. So where is this man dropping off food at? Where is her location right now?
Look, y'all. Every fucking day, my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child.
Every day, her baby dad comes with one meal for her child. He comes with one meal for the both of your child. That's the first thing. Why can't he bring a meal for his child?
But I have 3 other kids.
So she says, I have 3 other kids, which is true. You have 3 other kids. You have a total of 4. He has a total of 1 with you. I don't know if he has any other ones with anybody else, but he at least has the 1 with you. Hopefully he doesn't. Because I hope he learned from this situation. I really hope this man learned his lesson. He's going to be doing some vetting. Any guys watching this, man, please make sure you're doing some vetting before you start sleeping with these women. Because even if you're doing it, you put on the condom, it can still happen. Don't take that chance for that 5 second, 2 second, a half a second feeling. This is a situation that you can be in. I'm sure a lot of guys out there in this situation, they're probably regretting it, and it's late at that point. It's kind of late at this point.
We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids?
What about him?
How come you can't feed my other kids?
And the attitude that you're presenting right now is not going to help him and kind of put him in a situation or in the mindset like, should I help with other kids? You're not even approaching the situation in the correct way, in my humble opinion. If you approach this situation in a certain way, it would at least make him think about it. Which the way you're handling, he's not even gonna think about it like that. What you talking about? The hell with that?
McDonald's though, like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go, and I bet you he only got 1 thing in there.
Now why is she in the window like it's Christmas time and Santa Claus coming with some gifts? Why is this lady sitting here in the window? Like a child waiting on Santa Claus. What's going on here? What is this lady recording in the mirror? Like he must have told her something because she pulled up in a place TikTok is not a long, it's like minutes. So you have, this video was, I don't know if, some people think it was pre-planned. I don't know. I'm still kind of skeptical on that, but it's kind of coincidence. TikTok doesn't allow you to have these extra long videos. She was in the window waiting seconds before this man pulled up, about 10, 15 seconds. He pulls up. She's already recording with the TikTok thing in TikTok. So that's kind of a little suspect, right?
I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose him so people can see how he really
Expose.
is. It ain't more than enough.
Nah, she's just. How can she see the bag? Can anybody see the bag to see how big the bag is to see if it's enough in the bag for her kids? I already watched the video, so I know what she's about to say. It's not enough food in the bag for her kids. You can't even see the bag. So how does she know what's in the bag? Probably because he come every day. But if you look at this video, there's no way in hell you can tell me that she can see the bag and see how big the bag is, see the bulge in the bag, and see he only got one bag. She probably see the drink maybe, but she can't see the bag. So how the hell she know there's only one thing in there?
Food in that bag for everybody.
Can't see the bag yet.
What's up? Because I'm finna.
I see in the beginning, what's up? Like this nice little tone, like, okay, give me the food so I can go back inside. Now it's about that whole attitude about to change.
Expose you. What? Because that don't look good.
This lady is on the expose rant.
That don't look enough for all my kids.
That don't look enough. Calm down.
That
Calm
don't
down.
look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's
Calm
just one
down.
burger? One burger, one fry? Okay.
What do you mean? That's what my son like. One burger and one fry. What are you talking about? I've been doing this for about a week now. I've been showing up every day with a burger and fries and a drink for my son. What you talking about? That's what he like. That's what I've been bringing. So what's wrong with you today?
What about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
I've been bringing this food for my kid and you ain't saying nothing about the other kids. So why today was you talking about these other kids? What are you talking about, lady?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
Man, like, what the hell is going on today? What you done got in some bad weed today? Like, is you on something? Is today that time? What's going on?
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though. So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
Okay, so you didn't cook today? You ain't got no food? You can't make no egg sandwiches? You can't make salami sandwiches? What's going on? You didn't feed them? You ain't got a microwave? You ain't got a stove? You ain't got no pots? What's going on here?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Ooh, I don't get my food stamps to the 7. Now again, like I said earlier in the video, my mother was a single mother. She raised 4 kids. She had food stamps as well. And there was no point in time when me and my brothers and sisters starved. There was no point in time when our father had to show up with McDonald's every other day or every day to feed us. There was food in the house. My mom actually had a deep freezer. I don't even know if they had them anymore. And that thing used to be full of food. We used to eat up food so much she had to put a lock on it. So there was no shortage of food. Now I don't know how much money she's getting in food stamps. She got 4 kids and his son is like 2 or 3. I know this lady's getting a good amount of food stamps, so I don't know where the food going. I don't know if she's selling the stamps. I don't know if she's just buying lobsters and steaks and stuff. But it should be food in the house for everybody. It should be this man should not even have to pull up to bring McDonald's. Why is he having to pull up to me? If he wants to do it out of goodness of his heart because he want to see his son, he want to bring his son food, that's absolutely fine. She should be allowing him to do that. Now, if you have a refrigerator full of food and you just trying to get this man to bring everybody food because you don't want to cook, then that's on you. You can't be lazy. My mother was cooking every day, plus going to work with 4 kids in the house, take care of them by herself. There was none of this foolishness going on like this. That's another reason why I don't understand it.
What's that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
He's trying to help out with his kids and his kids alone. He's not trying to help you to take care of another man's child. And this was some of the guys on YouTube talk about like, what? This is why a lot of men don't want to date single women. Because they're like, now it's my responsibility to take care of another man's seed who either isn't being responsible or in this situation, he may not want to be responsible. He may want to be responsible. You may not be letting him be responsible. So he's like, the hell with it. I'm walking away. I'm leaving. This lady is absolutely crazy. So there's a lot of situations that could be just going on in her life and she just taking it out on him and trying to make him just take care of this part of her life which she doesn't want to. Please, ladies, don't have kids that you don't want to be responsible. Think about it.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help
He's helping him out with the food in his hand that you won't allow him to eat.
His siblings. Them are his siblings, though. He not
Yeah, you had them kids. That wasn't me sleeping with you when you had them other kids. The son that I'm bringing this food for, we had sex in order for us to have that child, and I'm bringing food for my son. And even if he wanted to bring food for other kids, the attitude you got right now, hell no. Even if I was thinking about it, I might slide through and bring them some burgers and fries. So if they have like the little meal you get 5 for $5, I might go to Wendy's and do some of that. But with the way you acting right now, the hell no.
eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating at McDonald's. No. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car.
He just gave her an option. Put him in the room. Hell no is what she said. Okay, well, I'll let him eat in the car, as you see from the caption. She said, no. So she's not going to even give him an option to even feed the child.
No. He's not gonna eat that at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Now, that's what I was talking about in the title when I was talking about the Blue Jasmine syndrome. For those of you who don't know, Blue Jasmine was a lady who was dating, and while she was dating, she said they left on good terms. It was a guy she was dating, and she said he still pays her apartment and her car note, and she's expecting that. Why are you expecting a man who you're not with to continue to pay for your lifestyle? And Blue Jasmine said, you elevated me to this level, and I'm not going back. And you're going to be responsible since you're the man who took me there, then you're going to keep me there. Ladies, some of y'all really are crazy. And it kind of sounds like she got that syndrome now. You've been taking care of my kids when we were dating, and now that we're not dating, you still need to be taking care of these kids.
Yes. How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at?
That's a good question. Where they daddies at? We won't know. She only knows. Apparently, he don't know where they daddy's at. Even if he was with her, he was with her long enough to have a child. So I don't know the extent of the relationship that they had, but he was with her long enough to have a child, and he still don't know where their baby daddy's at. So apparently, when he was in a relationship, they didn't show up, or there was no conversation going on about those kids. Because he's absolutely clueless, like where they daddy's at. Like, what was this a one night stand that just happened? Cause still got questions.
Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. They're your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna
Those are your responsibility, not my responsibility.
bring one, you need to bring it for all.
She just ignored everything this man just said. She said, these are your responsibility, not mine. And she still goes back to, you need to bring enough for all. It's all or nothing right now. That's, in her mind, it's all or nothing. Either everybody eat or nobody eating right now. So you just gonna make this stand with nobody. Nobody left behind.
One child eat McDonald's.
No child left behind in this situation.
McDonald's. You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids. That ain't.
So now I don't know if she's just extra excited or she's just so mad she forgot the date. She said the 7 and 11. The 7 and 11. Which one is it? The 7th or the 11th? It's really not gonna matter which day it is, because you still ain't. It sounds like you ain't got the food. Because it shouldn't be a problem if you bring McDonald's for you to give your kids some sandwiches or something. Give them some hot pockets, some hot pies, some pot pies, some French fries, and French fries and cheese. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do when you got even food stamps. There's a lot of things you can put together.
3 kids. That ain't mine. What
Yeah,
do I look like? I bring-
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
Oh yeah.
No, I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of kids? They're not my kids.
Okay,
Not
but
his
you
kids.
still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
The first half is right. He did have a baby with her, but he was not intending on taking care of a whole family, even when he's moved on. It sounds like he's not there. He's not living with her. So why am I having to take care of my household, which is just me? And I don't know if anybody lives with him, but I'm just going to assume that it's just him. Why am I going to have to move out, take care of my household, and then take care of your household? It was another situation that makes me think about right now. Where the lady on Steve Harvey was saying she wanted to get married, but she wanted to live in separate houses. That makes no sense. Steve told the lady, said, what you think I'll be doing in this house over here by myself? What you think I'll be doing over here? So why would you want to get in a relationship with somebody and be in separate houses? That's a whole nother video. God.
Why do you record me?
Because I'm exposing everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy.
You a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're foolish in this.
He's
You
not
ain't
a good
come here
daddy.
with one fucking piece of food.
Please let me know why this man is not a good dad. I want somebody to give me a full detailed analysis on why this man is not that. Tell me the expose that just happened right now before my eyes. What the hell is going on right now? Did this lady drink too much lemon juice this morning? What the hell what are we talking about right now? What is what is going on in this video? I'm gonna expose you. You ain't a good daddy, but I'm sure as the lady said out of her mouth every day or every day, I forget which one. I think it was every day, but I may be wrong. This man is showing up to bring his child food from McDonald's. Now every other day it sounds like you let it slide and you let it go and you let the child eat, but today you decide not to because your other kids feeling some type of way. Well, you have to address that. You need to have that conversation with your kids and tell them that's not your father. So since he's not bringing you food, I'm gonna have to give you guys something else. I'm sorry, but I can't afford McDonald's. But we'll have to eat something else. Or you can let him come eat in the car, which he suggested.
One child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all.
Women, you can't be this emotional. You can't be this emotional. You have to kind of calm down a little bit and try to assess the situation. Even if you do get emotional, try to calm down and goose swaba. Goose swaba.
And he can't take that. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had one or two, I can maybe.
Okay, maybe if you had one or two, including mine, he can do something. But that man's no.
It's 3 extra kids. What the? All like going.
And when I met my wife, she had one and I had none. And we didn't have any while we were together. So it was just one. Even when we got together, it was just one child. I was taking care of somebody else's child. At the time I was young, my father wasn't in my life, so I don't know anything. I'm learning on the fly here. You know, so sometimes you get in these situations. It depends on the situation too. Like my situation was different. My wife wasn't like this lady here. She wasn't acting like this at all. She didn't show any signs of acting like this. She had one child, and it just wasn't the same with this situation.
Mama account spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb.
So that's
At the same time, you letting the world know what kind of parents you are, and the men that come in your life, they ain't gonna want to be with you either. If they see you acting like this, they gonna be like, this lady crazy. All we gonna do is we gonna clap the cheeks, and we gonna get the goods, and we out. You just setting yourself up for a lot of men to come to your life and leave. Even if the baby father see this, they probably laugh like this dude that brought food. He done messed up. You know you messed up, don't you?
you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna
Those are your fucking kids'
That what you going with?
siblings. Yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th. Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel away about me, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid
Or
in the
send him
room.
down to the car. He ain't even got to eat for his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine.
Now she says no, he can't come out to the he can't go in the car and eat. He can't go cry in the car. He gonna go cry in the car. But my son can't go. It don't even look like they had a residential neighborhood. I could be wrong, but there's a house right behind him. But that don't look like she's at a house. I've never seen a building where they have more information to lease. Call this number. I've never seen that on the housing resident. Let me know down below if y'all ever seen that before. I've never seen it. It's normally seen on office buildings or empty buildings. I don't know where this lady is at right now. I don't know if she at the B&B or something, but I have no clue where they're at right now.
Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here. Give it here.
Thank you for taking the food. Please feed my child at McDonald's.
Here. Done. He ain't eating this.
So now she proceeds to just act like her son, who's probably 3 years old, throws the drink in the street, throws the whatever was in the bag on the sidewalk in the grass for the raccoons to eat. What the hell is going through this lady's head right now?
You. Because you ain't bringing up for all.
Now at this point, if he wanted to, he's never going to buy anything with other kids. He might come by and sneak in the middle of the night and just knock on his son's window and give him McDonald's and leave.
All the other kids. You stupid. Selfish is like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that. Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye.
Man, this is crazy. Man. I mean, all I can say is, men, watch what you're doing. You don't want to end up like Drake putting hot sauce in your condom. But it sounds like my man didn't even use a condom. You don't want to be in this situation where you're not vetting a woman enough, where you're not with her long enough, where you can't tell. If you ain't none of us Sister Eve where we can predict the future. So make sure you at least give him some time to learn this person before you have a child with him. I know a lot of guys like to pump and dump or all this other kind of foolishness. We practicing the hold-back method or whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, all it takes is one drop for you to end up in a situation like this. One freaking drop. That's it. That's all, guys. I mean, I got a couple more things I want to say. My video's already extra long. I didn't want to make it an hour long. Man, this is insane. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I really, 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 really appreciate it. You might as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You might as well hit the like button. Please comment down below and let me know what you think about this video. I got a new mic, so I don't know if this mic is actually enough. I'm working on getting another mic right now. So let me know down in the comment what you think, what you like, what you don't like. This is PIT Reacts. I'm out.